Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from the soccer fields behind Walmart. Boy, there are a lot of people out here, Jake. This is quite the ordeal.
Oh, yeah. Big deal every year. They bring fantastic crowd to Lincoln and Logan County, and, you know, this year's definitely not any different. So.
Yeah, had a hard time getting in here, hard time trying to find somewhere to park. And
if you haven't been here before, when you're pulling up and you got all those cars behind you, it is a little bit intimidating.
It's very intimidating, and wow. And the thing is, parking's not really an issue because there's a lot of parking.
Lots of parking.
It's just finding a place to park.
Yep. They've done a fantastic job. The fields are nice. They've done a great job. I think, and I don't know the exact number. Stuckey's over here. Maybe we can pull him in a little bit. But he said around 193 games, I believe, going to be played today. So
wow,
a lot of organization.
Is this a one-day deal or is it?
Well, they started last night. I believe it's last night with like 5 games or something, and then the rest of them are today, all today, I believe. So.
Wow. To say a lot of people is an understatement.
Oh, yeah. It's packed in here.
It's packed, and a lot of teams.
Whoa, don't do that.
Don't touch that.
What in the world?
Don't touch that cord.
That one right there? Bad.
That one.
That's my headset.
Ouch. That's you?
Yes.
Why is it always you?
I don't. It's always me.
I just don't get it. But, yeah, if you want to watch some soccer, this is a place to be. Joe Ryan finally gracing us with his presence as he's going to walk right in front of the camera.
Look at that. Look at that sweatshirt.
Look at that sweat. Did he borrow that from you?
No, I don't believe so.
That is yours.
I don't know. Go
that
Big Red.
That is yours.
Look at there. Oh, Joe Ryan coming up.
Did you stay on out at Jake's last night and get up and put his clothes on?
You know, Joe Ryan, believe it or not, this is the thing. The reason my daughter went to Nebraska is because Joe Ryan was recommending Nebraska to her.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Is he? He's on that bandwagon now.
Always been a big Nebraska fan.
Huge Nebraska fan. I had no idea.
You've never seen my tattoo?
No.
Oh, it's just
Go Big Red.
Yeah.
Is it
Go Big Red.
Tramp stamp tattoo?
Kind of.
GBR,
Nebraska. Lower back area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, how about those Huskers?
How about them?
Wasn't it fun?
That was a fun game.
It's always fun when you win. Speaking of fun, the Fighting Illini taking down Kansas, ranked Kansas team, and Illinois coming away. Get that away.
No need for that. No need.
Leave it right there. It's going to be bad. Okay, timeout, technical difficulties. There, don't move. You're not even on.
Nope. I'll tell you what, we'll have to carry the show from here on out.
Chopped it.
Well, let's try it again here. Oh, he unplugged you. Turn you off. Well,
there you go.
Joe, it looks like it's me and you. We'll flip-flop here. And we are...
Silkowski coming today or no?
Check.
Calling us.
Check.
Is he coming in or calling?
Siblings, and we're back.
Calling? He's coming out here?
Coming out here. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's a zoo out here. Trying to find
where did you park?
Well, I ended up right there, but I've already been around the place twice.
Oh, you parked in the front row, huh?
Well, yeah.
Did they have a spot reserved for Joe Ryan?
I put the flashers on.
Oh.
That means you're doing something. You're in an emergency situation.
Emergency.
It's an emergency situation.
Sure is.
The flashers on.
Absolutely.
I almost gave up if I wasn't making it out here this time. I was like, well, I'll just tell them I can't get there.
A lot of parking here, though.
A lot of parking.
It's pretty incredible.
If you get here early, you know, a lot of parking.
Gosh, it's been 5 years or more since I was out here, and it wasn't even a busy time then. It's grown so much.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm kind of still in awe with all the people, all the teams. They have Nut Hatch Hill out here.
Yeah.
Shaved Ice. Avanti's is set up at 10 over here. If you want an Avanti sandwich, looks like they have something going on.
A lot going on.
Dang.
Yeah, it's incredible.
This is their big money maker, man. I mean, this is what's going to drive their year, and kudos for getting it all put together. what would you call it? It's not really logistics, but getting these teams all set up and getting the brackets and all that set, I mean, that has to be a nightmare.
We can call it logistics.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, is Stuckey doing that?
Yeah.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, we were talking. Now he's not, but coming into this, he's like, oh, you can't believe it. I'm like, oh, I can.
Well, let's.
I get it, man.
Let's see if we can get him on here after the first break.
There you go.
And
We'll get him on.
We'll get his soccer information, how this thing is all set up. And, it is a fundraiser, but, you have officials that you have to pay. And, it's, it's amazing.
You know anything about soccer?
No.
I don't know the rules either. You know what I mean?
I know the goal. You're supposed to kick the ball in the goal. That's what I know about soccer.
Like swimming, you'll get in the water.
Yeah. And swim, and that's about it. But no, I know absolutely nothing about soccer. All my soccer knowledge comes from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And that's about the extent
show.
of it.
And
Great show. And season 4 is coming out.
There's some good information.
There's going to be another season.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I just wish I could be that witty and just, his, how he.
I think he has riders.
Yeah, he does.
Really?
We have writers too. I mean,
that show's not real.
it's not very good. Well, you got to come to the pre-show. Pre-show meeting.
Well, let me.
I mean, you go up at 9:05.
I know that is.
Okay. Well, it's 5 till 9, 10 till 9, and you're never here until 9:05. So you kind of miss it. A lot of sports information talked about
goes right through here. Not during the show.
Not during the show.
During the show.
All pre. But we were talking college football, Joe. J-Mac, I know you're listening right now, buddy. Keep your head high. Stay strong. NIU just got a big old check to come in there and beat Notre Dame, and that hurts. That hurts bad.
It was something else, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. I don't know. You can't even explain it. But
no.
NIU, I mean, they're a solid football program, but to go into Notre Dame and get a win, that's just unheard of.
The week this guy's trying to break out his Irish accent on the radio.
Yeah, I think I jinxed him.
I think
the Irish accent.
To do with it.
I'm gonna have to just put it away.
It didn't really work, did it?
It did not work. It worked for NIU, but it's only one game. Hurts, but they'll bounce back. J-Mac. Step away from the ledge. You'll be all right.
He's stepped too close to a couple ledges, jumped off a few bridges. Unfortunately, they were not tall enough. So I think with a little time and maybe a W or something, maybe he could be back into the game.
Yeah, he's been silent.
He's really been quiet.
Yeah,
been quiet.
We feel for you. The Illinois one though, J-Mac, you can hop over on this bandwagon. Joe has already jumped on the Nebraska bandwagon.
Just always been Nebraska.
Borrowed. I don't know if he borrowed or stole Jake's sweatshirt.
Go Big Red.
I thought it was funny. Let's go Big Red.
Big Red.
But where's that Illinois game out for this year?
Next week.
It's next week at Nebraska. It's a Friday night game.
Are you and Jay going?
Yep.
Are you driving?
We've already got our flights.
The daughter.
You're driving.
The daughter wants us out there. So.
I'm driving.
Or Jake, are you driving?
I would definitely be driving.
You're shotgun, bud. Let's just go on out there.
Are we taking the Beamer?
Yeah. Yes, we are. We'll get a little better gas.
Get a little better gas.
Let's take that Jeep.
Take that Jeep.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Top down all the way to Nebraska. That would be fun.
It'd be awful. Just awful.
Yeah. I drove to Colorado one time in a Jeep.
Well, this was not that loud. This was not that loud. But
I think we've talked about that on the show before.
It was loud.
Yeah, Illinois, Nebraska will probably be a good game. I mean, they seem to be pretty evenly matched. We'll see how that can play out.
We'll see, and that'd be fun.
Be a fun game next week.
Not a lot of good games this week. It's kind of you have a good lineup last week in college football, and this week it's kind of you're playing some, Jake, what would you call them?
Cupcake State.
Cupcake State.
Illinois has Central Michigan today. Nebraska has Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
And this is Illinois' homecoming?
Is it?
Gosh, Illinois should. Homecomings just need to have a little crisp air in them. You know what I mean? Need to be in October.
A little too warm right now, you think?
Yeah. But, homecomings in Florida, they're always warm.
Yeah.
Well,
Know what I mean? There you go. A little something you guys didn't know.
Just kind of looking through the slate today. Alabama at Wisconsin.
Yes.
Alabama ranked number 4 at Wisconsin.
That'd be fun to watch.
Could be.
Notre Dame at Purdue. J Mac, how you feeling about that? Notre Dame obviously coming off the loss, traveling Purdue. That could be a tough one for them.
You know what? They've had to have, I don't know. I think Notre Dame could put 50 on the board today.
You think?
Yeah. They have to. If they've got a shot at a national championship and even getting in,
they don't have.
Even getting in,
I don't think
they have to blow everyone out.
I don't think they have a chance of anything anymore.
I don't think.
If they blew everybody out the rest of the season, they got a chance.
This sounds like you want to drive to Nebraska.
They did just expand the playoffs.
That's what I mean.
It's 8 teams now. So
they expanded it.
There's always a chance.
They need some people to get beat, and they blow everybody out.
There's probably going to be 4 teams from the Big Ten getting in this year. I would say
possibly,
more than likely.
I mean, Michigan. We saw what they did against Texas. They're kind of.
You don't know what you're getting there.
Kind of on the bubble right
Texas
now.
look good.
Texas looks really good.
I mean, you're talking Ohio State. You're wanting them Huskers in there.
I mean, I'd say they might be in the conversation if they can keep. I mean, their defense looks really good.
Yeah. How about Ohio State, Nebraska, Illinois?
RT said Northwestern's getting in.
Well, Northwestern, they're playing East today.
I mean, how are we riding off USC and Oregon?
No, we're just throwing that.
It was all
Yeah, I mean, it's week 3?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of season
lot of football left. Things happen,
and the Big Ten is stacked. I mean, we have a lot of good teams.
Yeah,
so
especially with Oregon coming over now, it's
USC awfully good.
Yeah,
Ohio State awfully good. Penn State awfully good. And
got a lot of awfully good teams.
And go Big Red.
Go Big.
And the Huskers.
Red. Real quick, we can talk some NFL, and we're going to take a break and then see if we can get Stuckey on for a few minutes. But week 1 NFL, Bears fans, how you feeling? Caleb Williams didn't play great, but he didn't turn the ball over.
I think they kind of schemed and got him.
I tell you what, there was some defensive scheming going on. You had the coordinators doing some crazy things.
He didn't look very good.
You know what?
How could you expect him to?
He didn't turn the ball over.
No.
Where Levis made some bonehead plays, and that's really how the Bears won. Defense and special teams won the game for the Bears, no question about it. But a win's a win.
W, baby.
It's like me and Jake talked before you were here, Joe, off air, in our pregame meeting. It's hard to win in the NFL. And this week we're traveling to Houston. It's going to be a tough one against C.J. Stroud, a little better offense than the Titans had. But, it's a learning process. The speed in the NFL compared to college football, it's night and day. You've got elite players out there, and Caleb, he'll adjust. He'll get better.
I think this week, Texas offense is a little bit better, but I think their defense is a little bit worse than what Tennessee. So, I mean, maybe you'll get to see a little bit more from the young QB, but, still you have to think Texas' defensive planning is going to be like right after him. They're going to be throwing some different things at him.
We're going to the nickel. No, we're going to the dime. We're going to rush. No, we're going to pull back.
They're going to bring everybody.
They're going to bring it all, and the bathroom sink. So
the bathroom sink, not the kitchen sink.
No,
the bathroom.
They went to the other end of the house to get that sink.
Yeah.
Hopefully that means
bathroom sink's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
They're going to bring it.
Yeah. It'll be there.
A lot of injuries. quarterback-wise through the NFL. The Packers lose Love. I don't know. They still haven't ruled him out for this week, but I got to think he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks is what the preliminary results were, but they haven't ruled him out, I guess. And then Thursday night, you have Tua for the Dolphins, another concussion, and that could have
my fantasy quarterback.
Yeah, I had him on one of my teams, not starting, but that could be the end of his career. His third concussion within the last couple years, and
4 out of 5, I believe.
Yeah, his concussions aren't just concussions. It's brutal. He's locked up. What do you call it? Fencing?
I think they had a term for it. When you get knocked out like that, basically, and your arms go up stiff and that, they call it fencing or something like that. The neurologist people were trying to describe it the other day, and it's an interesting deal. You got to wonder if how he took that hit. It was just a kind of a normal football hit. He should have been sliding. Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But it wasn't like just a vicious hit or anything. It just his neck couldn't. Well, they said strength enough to hold his head from
the way his head spun. It was that twist.
Yeah.
It wasn't the initial contact. It's when his head twists. Your brain's moving in your skull, and that's what made it a lot worse.
I think he should just get out.
We were talking. It's the heat of the game. You're trying to get back in this game and win, but with his past history of concussions, he's got to be thinking, slide, don't take that hit, so I can continue. But, when you're playing the game to win, that's probably the last thing on your mind.
Or running drop kick to defender and just see what happens.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah. But he didn't do that.
Unfortunate for him, and hopefully, he kind of sets back and analyzes his future and makes the right decision. Obviously, he loves the game. He's worked his tail off to get to this spot. And
he's exciting.
Yeah.
When he's healthy, he's exciting.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Well, let's take a commercial break. We'll see if we can get Stuckey on here so he can talk about the madness out here at the soccer fields. A lot of games going on, a lot of people. We got vendors. So we'll see if we can pop him on here and get his soccer information after these messages here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
This is former WAND sports director and humongous Lincoln Railer fan Gordon Voigt, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Shabadoo on 96.3 FM WLCN.
I like that.
Speaking of Saturday at the park, oh my, there is a lot of people out here.
It's always busy.
Joining us now is Coach Stuckey, and this has got to be quite the process of setting this up. Organizing it. Jake likes to use the word logistics.
Yeah.
Just getting all the teams, the schedule, just to facilitate the vendors. Boy, this is amazing. And looks like a fine job.
Well, thanks. Yeah, we have, I always say, a small but powerful army of volunteers, and they do a terrific job. Because the worst part is the setup and the weeks leading up to it. Mm-hmm. And for me personally, the worst part is making the schedule.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we're hosting 193 games on 11 fields. And so, and on top of that, teams, junior high and high school teams in particular, they have kids in sports. So when they submit their registration, it's like, hey, we can't play till 2 o'clock on Saturday because we have kids that run cross country in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I try and accommodate all that too. So the schedule is always a giant jigsaw puzzle. Saturday and Sunday is easy. I sit around and talk to people, which I enjoy doing.
Hey, that's what it's all about. You do the hard work and then just sit back and let your helpers do the rest.
Yeah, Yeah, the ladies in the headquarters tent do the hard work on Saturday, checking all the teams and stuff, and I just sit around and schmooze.
So you're talking 193 games, and you got to have, I don't know if you call them officials, referees, what?
Yeah.
But you got to have a lot of those guys as well.
Yeah, and luckily the state sanctioning body requires that you hire a certified ref assigner. And so once I've got the schedule finalized, I send it to him, and then he gets good money, but I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world because it's a pain. But he then gets all the refs. And
that's big.
Yeah, and on tournament day, Saturday and Sunday. If somebody who's slightly upset, maybe we'll say, comes over to the headquarters tent, and I have to speak with somebody who's upset about something, as soon as they say the word ref, I'm like, oh, but we got somebody who's paid to do that. So let me introduce you to him, and you can tell him all you want about whatever you want to say about the refs, but it's not my job, and he does a great job with it, and he knows the refs, and he assigns them to the field. So feel free to complain to him; he'll listen.
Well, I'm sure everybody out here is well behaved. Nobody gets upset.
Competitiveness is not a real thing.
Yeah.
No. I always say it's 99% of the people are great, and then you have some that get very, very excited about those. I mean, the trophies are actual genuine plastic, so I mean they're valuable.
Is there any gold tinting to them?
They're painted gold,
okay.
So I would like to think maybe that's why they think they're so valuable and so important.
Have you ever thought about having extras, and then when they came to complain, just said, well, here's one?
Yeah. Hey, we've got a couple old ones in the shed.
head, actually, that's a good idea. Like, is this what you were looking for? I can just give you one.
Yeah, do we want a picture? You want a picture with it?
Yeah. Go ahead and snap the picture.
Tell us who won last year, all the first place trophies.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, and that's the thing I always say about youth sports. Really, the only time that you really start keeping track of records for posterity, I see Coach Silke over there, it's varsity sports. Varsity sports, somebody can go, hey, what was the record for the basketball team in 1962? And it's there. Like, youth sports are for development, and nobody is going to look back and go, hey, how did Lincoln FC's U12 team do in 2009?
Yeah.
It's not there because it's all about development until the actual record keeping begins really at the varsity level in high school.
Yeah, and you nailed it right there. Development and keeping these kids interested in soccer. You know, you got to make it fun for them. Obviously, everybody wants to win, but that's not the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
it's to get out here, play, learn the game, develop your skills. Yeah, and carry it on. You know, towards junior high school. Yeah, and we have currently on the high school soccer team we have a numbers problem where I have in 2 years in the fall of 26 it's extremely unlikely we can fill the JV because I have 5 sophomores currently and I have 4 freshmen and we have 2 8th graders out here. So it's across the board in all sports. You know, when you look at all sports, the numbers are down. Lincoln High School has shrunk some over the years, but there's also a fair amount of parents, I think, that during COVID, we keep saying out here at FC, what we think is the kids who were, or at least I keep saying this, maybe I won't speak for everyone, but the kids who are in like high school now that are freshmen, sophomores, they were in like 4th, 5th, 6th. Well, they were during COVID when there was nothing going on. They were the age where you could hand them a tablet or something, and they didn't annoy mom and dad in the house all day. The ones that are now in like 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever, were in like 1st, 2nd grade. You didn't just hand them a tablet all the time, so they drove their parents crazy. So as soon as COVID ended, they were like, let's get these kids back in stuff. And then there's this middle group where I feel like they never put them back in stuff, and we've got low numbers as a result. I don't know.
You're correct.
That's my own theory, but
sounds like a great theory.
I think it's correct.
I don't know. So
yeah, it's a shame, and you know, sometimes kids just lose interest. You know, they grow up, become lazy, and don't want to work.
Well, and fighting screens has been, you know, it's been a battle for years. Where when we host our pep assembly in a couple weeks during homecoming week, you see all the different teams introduced and you add them all up, and there's a lot of kids sitting in the bleachers during that assembly who they're not involved in anything. And I always say, like I don't want anybody who doesn't want to play soccer, but do something. You know, every team at the high school has a room for people on it, you know, whether it's JV or varsity. Like they're not turning kids away really. If you want to be a part of it, there's room.
Right. Well,
I want to go backwards a little bit and tell us about when you got all this started out here.
It was in 2009, and it was the lowest point in Lincoln High School's boys soccer history. We won 2 games that year, and it was rough. And Jim Coop, Drew Howder, Rick Zimmer, Jeff Wonderland, and myself started having a monthly meeting about about forming a soccer club. And in the fall of 2009, we went to a city council meeting because at the time, you know, that Walmart had been built about 5 years prior, and this land is owned by the city. And Walmart, when they built that, they donated this to the city, and it was being cash rented to a farmer at that time. And we went to a city council meeting and said, you know, will you give us a lease for the land, and we would like to build a soccer complex out there. And when we left the meeting, we actually said, holy smokes, I think they might actually do it. We were fully intending them to say, I don't know, you know, we get $5,000 a year from the farmer for cash rent. Why should we give that up? And,
technically, it's illegal.
Cash renting?
Yeah.
Oh,
municipalities can't rent ground for.
Then maybe they weren't getting anything. They must not have been getting anything at all.
Rewind.
So. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, yeah, we went to that meeting, and there were, you know, the city council and the mayor at the time was Keith Snyder, and they were like, man, it sounds like a good idea to give some youth in town a place to play sports.
Yeah.
Perfect place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the setup,
Yeah.
It's tucked back out of the way, but I mean, it's kind of, when you're having crowds like this, I mean, that's kind of what you need, really.
Yeah, it's nice that they, now they'll crowd into all the businesses and stuff, for food and for stuff at Walmart. But, it's nice that it's tucked back and not.
Rough day to go to some of the fast food restaurants.
It is.
Yeah, I will say that.
Yeah, I shared a post on Facebook yesterday and was like, hey, citizens of Logan County, remember to be patient, or just don't go get fast food this weekend.
Hopefully they're stocked up.
Yeah. We send them a warning. They should have all received it in like mid-August. We usually contact all the businesses a month out, at least here on the west side, so that they can staff, extra. They really do need extra fast food workers and stuff, or they're just insanely busy.
I know earlier Joe said, talking about going back a little bit. Going back to last night, this kicked off, and was there anything else going on out here? I mean, it seemed like there was a little bit going on.
Are you referring to the sign out front?
Yeah, that was interesting, pulling in here.
Well, they tricked me, because I had no idea any of that was in the works. Josh Marine actually in the spring said, hey, I need contact info for everybody that's currently on the board. I got something to run by him, and I guess that was the start of it. But I'm just, I'm a regular guy that's a bad multitasker, and I have tunnel vision. So, like my wife will tell you, if I'm watching TV, it's hard to get me, away from it.
You're focused.
Yeah. So Josh a few days ago said, I redid the sign and it's covered because I don't want it to get messed up. And I was like, I literally texted him back, hey, I trust you. It's fine. Like I don't. It'll look great, I'm sure. So but last night my wife goes, Janelle Scott texted on field 1, there's a fight, and I was like, a fight at a soccer match? But I've seen crazy things like that, and so we jumped and drove up there, and then I was like, Sarah, you got to call the cops. That's a huge group of people. And she was like, you think we should call
it's mob action?
Yeah. She literally said, you think we should call the police? And I was like, what am I gonna? I'm not a very imposing figure. All right, let's lay the cards on the table. Nobody's scared of me when I walk up and say, break it up, fellas. So, but as we got closer, I was like, wait a minute. I saw, Mr. Strickland was there, and Resba driven up, and all 3 of my siblings with their family. I was like, oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? So
there you are.
They tricked me. So yeah,
they got you pretty good though.
And there's plenty other names I said that could still be on there that are. Todd Morning's been involved the whole time and still is, even though he doesn't have kids currently out here anymore. And Josh has been here the whole time, and some of them have moved on because they don't have younger kids anymore. But there's a lot of them that are, still here.
You got to keep a healthy group of volunteers coming, don't you?
Yeah, and it is, like I said, we're compared to most of these clubs out here, we're very small. And so it takes everyone to, fill the slots for volunteers and field marshals and all that stuff.
So what's the furthest away team you got that came in?
This year there's a couple from Quad Cities and a couple from Chicago suburbs, and there's a couple from the St. Louis metro area. But the vast majority are Central Illinois, so Bloomington, Peoria, Springfield, Decatur, Champaign.
That's good.
So
real good. I mean, a lot of teams in Central Illinois.
Yeah.
It's. And do you guys travel to like tournaments like this as well?
Yeah, each of our teams hits our own tournament each fall, and then one other. And again, they pick from the Central Illinois tournaments, so they go to either Rantoul or Decatur or Peoria, Pekin, Springfield. So yeah, in fact, one of them. Our U9 girls play next weekend in the Morton tournament, and then I think the rest of them are in Peoria, Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah.
So
keep them busy.
Yep.
When did you start coaching out to high school?
2004.
I was just going to say.
So yeah,
been a long time, huh? You're getting older.
Yeah, there's a lot more gray hair. I like to feel like it hasn't gone back any farther in that time.
I don't think so.
It's just a whole lot grayer.
Yeah, I don't think
it's still, as my high school students say, I've still got this peninsula on top. Gordon Lanning teaches them that in junior. Well, now his son Peyton.
Yeah.
His son Peyton has his job now, and he'll be teaching him the same. Although Peyton's got a full, he's got a full head of hair. Gordon had.
He looks sharp.
Yeah, Gordon had the peninsula like me, and so when they come to the high school, Mr. Lanning, and I'm like, yeah, I know him really well. Well, he's got a peninsula like you do. I always say that's the thing about high school kids. They're elementary school kids too. They're brutally honest. So if you think you're up here, they'll let you know where you're really.
Let you right down. Bring you back down to earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where you need to be a little more intimidating, then, right?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. I'm a very imposing figure.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here. I mean,
well, thank you.
I had a last question. Were you here? Was Joe DeLillo around helping when you were here? Or was that before you?
No, it was just a couple years before.
I just wanted
because he probably left in 02 or 03, and I got here in 04. It was
close to that period.
Yeah, it was really close. Yeah. Yep.
He was a legend. He taught me a little bit about something.
I have his book.
Oh, yes, I have his book.
When Daryl Hanslow retired, he, gave away all the stuff from his office and immediately moved to Florida, I believe, the very next
we never heard from him again, did we?
He literally, Hanslow was awesome, but the day he retired, we had the teacher end-of-year luncheon thing where they recognize retirees and 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, all that. And Dean Langdon got up and said, Daryl Hanslow, of course, is retiring, and 3 weeks ago he handed me this note to read, and it said, Dean, I will be sick on May 28th, 2005. I will not be present at the retirees' land. Like he called in sick in person 3 weeks before it happened. He was a prophet.
Didn't he move to some place I thought fit him perfectly in Arizona? Wasn't it called Happy Arizona, or what's the name of that place?
One of them like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. That's where Daryl went.
Yeah.
So that guy was always having a good time.
He gave me Joe DeLillo's book. I've read it. Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Played soccer with one leg and lost his leg in World War II.
Yep.
From the Nazis. It was a crazy story.
I used to hang there as a little kid, and he always would, that leg would come on and off, and I was all, you didn't want to stare, but you're kind of like, man, huh?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
He played goalkeeper for Lincoln College with one leg.
One leg, yeah.
I can't even picture how you can move that well to be the goalkeeper. Or anywhere on the field, actually, with one leg, but yeah.
Good guy.
Impressive. Well, Mr. Stuckey, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of hard work and dedication, and it looks like it's going pretty well. Hopefully you don't have any hiccups or complaints, and everything just runs nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth, right?
Yep, we hope so.
Now, what about cleanup? How's that go?
Sunday, as it winds down.
A lot of people sick on that Sunday, aren't they?
Yeah, if they're smart, they would be, but there's a few of us that are dumb enough to be here the entire time, and so, yeah. But
you got to keep it looking nice, take care of your facilities.
Yeah.
And
it's part of it.
Yeah.
You know what they say, if you build it, they will come. And you built it, and they're here.
Oh.
And it's fantastic.
Well, thanks.
Now I just got to find my car to get out of here.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly, with less downtime, and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM, and joining us now is the head football coach from your Lincoln Railer football team. Morning, Coach.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
A little different football going on out here today.
Yeah. It's good, though.
It's quite the event.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, and your kid ever get into soccer?
We did a little indoor soccer in the winter when he was like, I don't know, 4 maybe. He likes it, but, we're football fans.
That's right.
Yeah, but you scout around for some running backs out here.
Yeah. Hey,
I'd talk to you later, kid.
Yeah, interested more in the real football. This is soccer.
Yeah, we're a big football family, and that's kind of what he does.
Well, so he enjoys it.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, a tough one last night as the Rochester Rockets came to town, and let's be honest, you knew it was going to be tough. Rochester over the past 20 years have been just a juggernaut in the Central State 8. So, going into last night, you just, you want to stay with them and just work on your game. Obviously the outcome was a little uneven, but you got to be happy the kids went out and competed.
Yeah, they're the number one team in 4A again, and rightfully so. Lucky us, we've got to play them 3 times in our last 7 games. I don't think anybody else in the state can say that. So, yeah, it's not, it's really good to kind of see where you're at. Obviously you can't avoid them. They're on the schedule, so, it is what it is. But, it kind of, we were talking Sunday as a coaching staff when we met, it was kind of like, if we can't win the game, I think, the past 2 times we played them last year, we were on the running clock at halftime. So, I kind of, in our meeting there was like, if we can just not be on the clock at the half, like that's a good step for us, in the right direction. And we weren't on the clock at half. So that was, we could have been, but we had popped off, had a really good drive there to score. With a couple minutes to go, and then we stopped them.
The defense held several times there at the end of the half.
Yeah, we had 2 big stops there, and that was really big for us. That was a really big confidence booster for us, and we kind of know it's what it is. It's Rochester. They're going to do that to everybody. Yeah, so it's kind of, you can't be too upset with it because he's going to do that to everybody.
Well, they just come off a tough loss to Cardinal Ritter last week, and they lose their starting quarterback. Last night, I got to watch a little bit about the second half, but he was rotating in 3 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, and he did a news article with SJR earlier in the week, and he kind of talked about that. That's what he was going to do, and and then when I saw the lineup and the Beal kid was still starting both ways, like, okay, he's still trying to figure out where he's going to go with this thing, and I'm sure he'll have a good plan moving forward.
Yeah, he threw the ball a lot last night, I thought, just to get him ready.
Oh, absolutely.
He knows he can run.
Yeah.
He needs somebody who can throw the ball. So.
Yeah, so, I think it was good for
it was great for you guys, too, yeah.
Yeah,
Play some pass defense.
Yeah, we really didn't, defensively, the pass defense wasn't as, we did well, really, given that you have just dudes playing quarterback, it doesn't matter who's in. And, we really, he got some on us, obviously, but that dude made some really good throws, some, college level, just put it in some perfect windows.
And I thought the deep ball was defended very well. It was that shorter that hitting the passing lanes.
Yeah. That's going to happen.
Good, that happens.
Yeah, you're going to give that stuff up. But that's something we were kind of skeptical on coming into the year was how we were going to defend the deep ball. And really, our guys have really done very well, and settled that for us. But hey, U-High is going to throw it all over too. That quarterback's really good. Yep. So it's not, we got to be ready. We can't be satisfied with it. We got to keep getting better in the secondary, and we will. We are.
Is that over there? Is that an away game?
Yeah, we're back at ISU there.
I thought, did you play there last year?
Yeah, the schedule reset now because with the whole, the East-West stuff now, so it kind of hit the restart button. Because Rochester was at our place last year, too.
That's what I thought, too. Yeah.
And Jacksonville will be at our place again, week 9. So, yeah, it's kind of all shifted up. And
well, it's so what's U-High's record? They won last night,
They did. They won big over MacArthur. It was 41-7. So, yeah, they're good. They're good. And I've watched a little bit so far this morning and late last night. So, when I get home, that's kind of what I'll really dive into that.
Was it a wide receiver or a tailback last year? It was young and good.
The receiver was a senior last year. Their big play guy. Yeah, they got a couple returners, and they got a really good old lineman. Number 55 is really good for them. I think he's an Ivy League recruit. So yeah, they got some guys, but we think we do too. So I think that one we have a sour taste in our mouth from last year. We were up 14-0 to start the game, and didn't play well enough on defense, and we got sputtered out offensively at times too. So we got we definitely have a sour taste in our mouth again, from that one. So a little motivation here.
Well, you're starting the season off 2-1. I mean, that's you couldn't ask for anything better.
No.
You get those first 2 wins, and you see Rochester on the schedule. You kind of know how that's going to play out, but you still got 6 games, 6 to go, and you got to finish strong and just keep pushing on to the next. How are we looking on the injury front? We okay?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, as far as I know, everything should be good. I'll touch base with Trainer Matt here sometime this afternoon, and kind of see who's seen him today, and what he thinks with them. But yeah, I think we're okay.
Good. And that's the main thing. You got still not even we're a third away through the season, and so keep pushing on.
Yeah, we know we got 6 to go. Our goal is still to win 5, so we got to go 3-3 at minimum down the stretch here, and excited for the opportunity.
Good seat.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Kids are good. Confidence. Attitude, morale is good. We feel good with where we're at. To be 2-0, just going to week 3. It's kind of right where it's right where we needed to be when you look at the schedule and you kind of road map your path. And those were 2 big wins for us that we had to have. And I thought we played really well against Southeast too. I know we didn't get a chance to talk because we played Saturday.
That's right,
but yeah, we played really well. Gave some stuff there. In the second half, but it shouldn't have been that point. It should have been running clock at halftime. We just didn't capitalize on a couple opportunities offensively in the first half there, and but it's a learning experience for our kids, and they know it. So,
And you're getting some quarterback action.
Yeah.
Some different kids in at quarterback.
Yeah. I played Dylan Stevens a little bit last night too, and.
Is he a sophomore?
He's only a sophomore, and first year playing quarterback, so he's a work in progress, but. He's committed to it, and he's just like Darren, a good kid, and good to have around.
Yeah, Darren did a good job.
Yeah,
good athlete.
Yeah. So
this kid's a good athlete too, and he's a good athlete.
He's a tough kid, just like Darren was. So yeah, I see a lot of similarities between the 2 of them.
The surprising thing, and maybe you knew this, is MacArthur, because they're generally that's a pretty tough team.
Yeah, I've only about 25 clips into that game and tagging it. And I was doing it late last night and early this morning. They don't seem like. Yeah, I don't know.
I was wondering.
A little early.
It was surprising. I thought that they've been beaten at least twice.
They beat Mattoon week 1, pretty good. But from what we're hearing, Mattoon is down again a little bit. So then they lost to Springfield High, and we just. We'll see that film here in a couple weeks. But, Springfield High, they had a lot of returners coming back. That quarterback for them was only a sophomore last year, and he was a really good player too. So, we feel Springfield High is a good team. So
they usually have good numbers.
Yeah.
It's a big school.
Yeah, a lot of kids there. And so, yeah, we'll kind of, we'll see.
Well, we're worried about U-High now.
We're on to that one.
On to U-High, and get to go down and or go up, I should say, and play on the turf.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Great place.
Yeah, that's really, went there last year. I thought it was a really cool atmosphere for a game.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we're excited to get back.
Yeah, that's fun stuff.
Well, Coach, good luck next Friday. Hopefully, you have a good week of practice. Get the kids rolling. And we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Yep, we'll see you next Saturday.
All right, Coach Silkey, Lincoln High School football coach. And keep talking? Oh, I guess we're going to keep talking.
you want to talk about?
Keep
I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, you know what? Let's talk about your Cowboys. You're a Cowboy fan.
I do, yeah, I am. I do like the Cowboys and I like the Bears. But if they play each other, yeah, I don't know.
That's right. How you grew up in Chicago and be a Cowboy fan?
Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman. I was
back in the days.
I was a kid.
That
I
makes
was
it easy.
6, 7 years old when they were winning all those Super Bowls.
Stars
and stuff.
on their helmets.
Yeah, so yeah, but I do like the Bears. I didn't get to watch a minute of it last week.
Well, you didn't miss a whole lot.
It's what I hear. It's what I hear.
Good thing our
didn't miss
defense
a whole lot of
and
offense.
special teams were good.
Yeah, it's kind of how they are though. Just kind of.
Yeah.
You know, I remember back. Really fun. I thought a really fun time for the Bears was when you get Mike Brown, Urlacher, Tillman.
yeah.
I mean, those were.
Yeah.
You know, they won those 2 games in overtime and Mike Brown interceptions back in.
Fun time to watch.
Back when we knew what they thought they were or something like that.
And Hester, and finally he got in the Hall of Fame.
Hester was
about time for that, you know. That's
I mean, you know all about developing quarterbacks, you know, being young and going up to that next level. Just even the Stevens as being a sophomore, playing varsity, the speed is just so much different. And it's got to be the same way from college to pro. And you got to think Caleb Williams, he's an elite quarterback, a lot on his shoulders. He's going to develop, you know, week one you can't really take a whole lot out of it.
No, and you know, I think he'll be a good player, and you know, kind of excited to kind of watch him grow and you know, see what he does. And it's actually funny, you know, a little sidetrack. Probably nobody around here knows, but his high school quarterback coach is now the offensive coordinator at Libertyville High School, which is a suburb there. So I went to a coaching clinic this off season, and we were in a room with the guys. It was a really cool clinic, unique type thing they did, and he was talking about Caleb, and I'm kind of like, how the heck why does he keep talking about this guy? And then, yeah, sure enough, the guy, he was from Washington, his wife from Libertyville, so he moved here. You know, his wife wanted to be by her family or whatever, and so he moved here, and now Caleb's followed him here to Chicago. So that was kind of cool. That was a really cool story, and he was kind of, it was like a social hour at one point, and he's kind of telling high school stories of Caleb and what he was like, and, you know, kind of stuff.
Ton.
Yeah, he said he was pretty good.
Yeah, and I don't know if we talked to you about it. I think we did. You had the opportunity to go to a Bears game last year.
I did, yeah. I got to go to got to go watch a practice. Got to sit in like a viewing room that overlooked the field, and we got to go down for the last little bit of practice and, you know, get pictures and stuff with the players. And then, yeah, that Sunday then we got to go, Keon and I got to go to the game, and yeah, it was a really cool experience.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and you know, got to spend the weekend in the city and stuff like that.
Speaking of Keon, do you have an update on him? I haven't heard him.
Yeah, you know, I know him, Kanai, and Angel Haro are all at Monmouth together. Yeah, I've kind of talked to him a little bit here and there. They said camp went really well. They're adjusting. You know, I think their biggest adjustment was learning the playbook and, you know, how they do things there compared to how we did it. But, yeah, they said they've kind of learned that stuff. I know Kanai had an interception in a scrimmage game there. Angel's playing some safety and kicking. And then, yeah, I would imagine they're moving Keon around a little bit, kind of probably some slot and, you know, running back. And I think Keon will be good there. I think Keon, if he's playing running back, the biggest adjustment will be running the zone. Yeah. You know, from a running back, from a tailback spot, you know, hitting that A gap to A gap, because that's not something we do.
Right.
We don't play that kind of style. So I think that's probably his biggest adjustment will be.
Yeah, and I mean he's a strong kid, but I mean it's, you know, you start playing college football, it's bigger kids.
Yeah, 22-year-olds, you know.
Yeah, and
you
know,
it's going to take a year to mature.
To ask him to hit those AB gaps up the middle, where, you know, his game's outside and speed.
Yeah.
So that'd be a big adjustment for him.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, they've got a plan for him. I know I ran into one of their offensive coaches. They were at a scrimmage that we were at this summer. They were kind of scouting some kids out there, and you know, we got to talking, and they seemed very excited. Sounded like they had a plan for him.
Yeah. Sounds like maybe like a Tyreek type of kid.
He's like Tyreek.
Get him out in the flat, you know, out of the running back position. Get him out there in some space.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he'd be a good.
Hopefully, he's a better driver than Tyreek.
Yeah. Oh man, what about that?
He has his license.
Yeah. Yeah, we have 3 guys playing at Illinois College too right now. We got Jake Benniger, Ryan O'Donohue, and Scotty Batten transferred from Joliet St. Francis down there. So yeah, it'll be cool. They actually play each other later on this year at Monmouth. Cool. So yeah, I'm excited. We'll go make that trip and go to that game for sure.
Absolutely. Well,
good stuff.
Can we wrap it up now? I mean, Lloyd, the producer, told us to keep talking. I'm glad we did. I mean, that was fun.
Yeah.
We need to talk a little bit more than, just high school sports. You know all kinds of NFL, college. Who are you following in college before we go?
I used to be a huge Florida Gators fan.
Yeah.
It's kind of my team. I don't really have a team right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Florida still, but they're not very good anymore. They haven't been good since Urban Meyer
You let
left.
us know, we'll get you a shirt.
Well,
Go Big Red.
Yeah.
Jake's got a whole closet full in Nebraska.
Yeah.
There's more coming.
I don't really have it. I really want to see Colorado do well. I really like Deion Sanders, so I'd like to see, but I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know.
Not well this year.
No, I think that's, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for it. But
How about your Illinois boys?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, really hoping Zach Poole ends up there, so I'll give him, more reason to watch them. And
Absolutely.
I do think Lima's doing a great job, recruiting the state and getting some kids to stay at home.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a really good job of that, and it's exciting. They had a big win last weekend over Kansas. I only caught the last couple minutes of that, but
Well, it would have been bigger if Kansas wouldn't have lost last night to UNLV.
Oh, did they?
I mean, now it's just kind of, Kansas maybe not that good, but
yeah.
Anytime you beat a ranked team, it's good for your school, and you're only as good as your next game, and we got to see what they do today against Central Michigan.
Is that who
they could come out and lay an egg. We saw Notre Dame last week.
Oh yeah, I love watching that.
Sorry, J-Mac.
I love watching that. I hate Notre Dame.
NIU.
I hate Notre Dame. Growing up in Chicago, I'm Chicago Catholic, so it's many Notre Dame fans, and it's never. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I love watching them lose.
Yeah.
There's funny stuff. J-Mac may call.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sure he'll probably call me on the way home.
Well, Coach, you just crossed the line.
Yeah. Just lost a listener. Oh, yep.
But he may not be a Notre Dame fan anymore. We don't know.
Yeah, nobody wants to admit it right now.
Right.
It probably hasn't worked in a week. Somebody needs to go check on it.
It's tough when you pay it had to be millions of dollars.
$1.4 million.
$1.4 million to come in to Notre Dame and beat you.
Yeah.
Take my check, get on the bus, and go home.
Yeah. I got a text. Oh, J-Mac just texted me.
Say he's listening. So, well, Coach, good luck next Friday, and we'll talk to you next Saturday morning. And it's always good having you on.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, that's going to do it for us today out here at the soccer fields. Boy, I don't know how we're going to get out of here. You got a chopper? I need a chopper. Get out of here. Can't remember where I parked. So we'll talk to you next week on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.